Hello, people of YouTube. Welcome back to Sunny Living Room Boy. Um, I made a video previous of the installation or the hassle of installation of the Shimano EW-WU111. So check that video out. If anybody's got a problem with it, I didn't have much help. I had forums, but they're quite vague, and nobody had a video of this. But it was just a simple procedure. And as I say, that when you're in that system, it does lock out your Di2, and that's how it doesn't work. Once you disconnect from the Bluetooth, it puts your system back to normal. So, I've had a few upgrades. I've yet to try some of them. I did. I mean, actually, I got new lights. I don't have my lights with me actually. I bought a Volt 1300. And I got X2 rear light, Kinetic X2 it's called, Cat Eye. They're all Cat Eye products. And I got an X3 front light that fit on your... You could put them anywhere really, but I put it on my forks and at the back. The Kinetic one's actually got like a brake light on it, which is I think is quite cool. You can have different modes, but it's like a flash mode. But when you start deaccelerating, it actually goes permanent red. I think it goes to the maximum setting, which I think is about 150 lumens. So it's actually quite good. And the front one's like 200 lumens, and it's got different settings, but it's actually got two light strips, so you can individually put one on to like a different mode. You can have two separate modes running in the same unit, which I think is quite handy. I think at full beam of 200 lumens, it's not. I think you only get 1 hour battery life, which is not great, but you're not going to be running it at that. And I'd imagine if you only run one side in the high beam, you'd maybe get a bit more out of it. So I was out on my bike the other night. I basically went for a night run, and ended up I only went 1.8 miles or something, or 1.6. I had to cut the journey short. I had, oh god, I actually had a little bit of trouble. I had two issues. Initially the bike ride was good. Well, three issues. It was really windy, so I headed down the shore. My intention was to go along the shore to the Millennium Bridge and then come back, but it was so windy that I just wasn't going to risk it. So I basically, instead of going onto the shore, I cut up the side of the Citadel in there, and there's a path that can take you. It actually take you up into the street, but there's actually like a car park just at the side. So I decided to take the car park. Well, I had this brake light going, and I had my GoPro just at the back of the brake light just to check so I could look at the video and see if it was actually working. And it actually did work pretty well. As I was looking down at the GoPro and the light to make sure everything was still, my GoPro was still attached to my seat post. Basically, this car park had reservation parts in it, so it had like a part going that way, and then the car space, it had like maybe every like set of 6 car park spaces or whatever. It had this curb running. As I looked down at my GoPro, I didn't see the curb, and I ran. I wasn't going fast, a couple of miles per hour. I absolutely whacked into it. But when I think about it, the curb wasn't that high because I actually like bounced over it pretty. I say pretty easy, but it scared the absolute living hell out of me. And I basically stopped and I did like a system check on my wheel in case there's any issues. I mean, I just touch wood, man. It never caused any damage. But basically, my ride became like, oh, I don't know if I really trust this till I get home. So what I did was, came out of the car park, then proceeded to go up a cobbled street, but I took the turn off so I wasn't going to fill up the cobbled street which I thought, this is just not good. If I've damaged my tyre, this is going to make it even worse. But in saying that, I suppose it's a test purpose. If it was going to fail, it would have failed there. But I basically kind of came back home in a way. I came up, heading towards the high street, cut up, down the high street, across the bridge, and I was going to go up the side of the river. All of a sudden, my front light started having an issue where it was vibrating a lot. And when I moved it, it was really loose on the little kind of mount system. So I basically said, no, I'm just going to go home. I've only done 1.6 miles or whatever. I'm just going to head home because there's too much has went wrong. I need to check this front tyre, or front wheel. I need to check this mounting system for this light. The light, by the way, was absolutely fantastic. I've not tried the X3 front light yet. I got that, I think, the other day, yesterday. But the real light was good, and the front Volt 1300 was absolutely superb. I might do a video where I actually show you the Volt or the lights I've got. But so I came home, came in, basically checked the light. The screw was just loose at the back. Tightened that up. That seemed to be fine. I'll retest that maybe at some point, maybe even tonight, if I get out, or Saturday, whatever. I then just deflated my tyre. Tyre was fine, didn't puncture. No pinch flats. Tyre was quite hard, so the tyre really took a lot of the kind of absorption. It didn't really get down into the rim. And basically took the deflated, took the tyres off, and I inspected the whole rim. Did a tap test. Was fine. Just showing a light, basically just checking for anything that was kind of maybe a bit nasty. So I think I dodged a bullet there. That was just really, it really did scare me though. So I cut my ride short, and that was on, what would that have been? Thursday? No, it wasn't Thursday. Sorry, Wednesday. I was out. So yesterday, I had a kind of quiet day. The weather was a little bit iffy again. It's been quite a lot of high winds here in Scotland, on the west coast. Yesterday, my X3 light came, which is that front light, similar to the back light. It's actually quite sleek. It's quite a good design. And I also got this. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, there you go. I got the Wahoo Element Bolt system, and I've got an out front an out front mount that this goes on. It's actually quite cool. It's got a GoPro attachment down at the bottom, so I can have my GoPro and this in the front, which I think is really good. So I decided to get this. I was going to buy a unit. So the brand new unit's about £189, just for the basic unit, just for the Wahoo bolt, the Element bolt. So I thought you do get a bundle deal where you get the cadence sensor, the speed sensor, and also the heart rate tracker. But that's about £260, or 200. I think it's about 260, give or take a few. And I really couldn't justify spending that on something that I kind of maybe would use it, but I wouldn't really like to spend that money to use it. So I went onto eBay, and I was kind of checking through some of the listings. There was a couple of Element bolts that were just like standalone units. So basically I said, right, okay, let's see if there's any bundles, and lo and behold, this one came up. Check the pictures and the description. Basically, the unit's practically brand new. He had it out, I think, 10 times, and he's actually went back to his Garmin Edge, I think he's got. The only problem I've got with this little rubber, in fact, I don't know if you can see it, this little rubber flap here, it's kind of been for some reason it's been pinched at the corner. Don't know if you can actually see it. Probably won't show. But this corner here at the top is kind of pinched a little. And it's not like when you shut it down, it's kind of coming up at the corner. But apart from that, the unit itself is brand new. It's absolutely, well, they actually still had one of the stickers on the edge here to protect it. But the heart tracker was sealed, the cadence sensor was sealed, the speed sensor was sealed in its bag. So basically, it was like a brand new unit. You'd only used the head unit. So I put a late bid in. I think I put about 175 initially, and then I put it up to 195. That's at £5 over the recommended retail price, and I actually won it at that price, which I think's a pretty good deal. To have the element bolt and all the trackers and the speed sensors and the cadence sensors. So they're all fitted to my bike. I've also linked my Di2 to my Wahoo Bolt, so I can actually control these pages. And I think if you press both buttons together, you get the middle button works, and you can zoom in and zoom out in the screen, which is really, I think it's really smart. And that's using the hood buttons. So I've set that up. I've not been out with this, so I've not really tested it in anger. But that's all the kind of elements that I got upgraded and updated, shall we say. But the Wahoo Bolt is probably going to be quite an important thing for me, because it cleans up my whole cockpit area on my bike. Because I had this phone, which is an iPhone 8 Plus, which is, I don't find it as big. I'm quite used to the size of it. I find it's quite a nice size for me. But on the bike, it's quite big, and it's obviously, you're draining your battery power. And if you're going to go out later in the day and you've already been out in Strava and your phone's running low and you're trying to charge it up and you're maybe going to do something quite, you're going to be out kind of long, you're not going to have, okay, you can take a charger, I suppose. But it's good to have a dedicated machine that you can record your Strava and all your stuff and all your training and that. Not that I might try some of the kind of, the sessions on it. But, good deal, I thought, on eBay. As I say, the only bit is that bottom bit. Yeah, in fact, you can probably see it. You can see it just there. It's like, you can see the little shiny bit on it. It's like, I don't know really what's happened. It's as if it's been caught in like somebody's been clamping something up, and it's maybe just caught between something. The actual unit itself doesn't really have much. But everything checks out. It's practically brand new. There's not a mark on it. And all the aero mounts there. That's on my other bike. As I say, I bought a mount for it, just so that I had the two, because I've got the two bikes. So, but I think I got a good deal. It's a decent bit of kit. But YouTube's got really commercialised over the years. It's like, there's a lot of shops now do dealings on YouTube, eBay. And it's kind of not the same as what it used to be back in the kind of old days, where it was genuine people selling stuff. There was actually like a proper, it's like real people selling stuff. Now you've got a lot of shops that do their business on YouTube, and it's kind of taken away a lot of the stuff from it. So there's the Wahoo Bolt coming on there. So yeah, as I say, I've not used this. I mean, the weather looks okay. It was quite nice this morning. A bit of cloud moving in. Still quite windy, to be honest. So I don't know. And there's actually on my screen it looks back to front, but there's all the stuff there. And I've actually got there's my GPS. There's my gear. That's your Di2. You can see what gear you're on. It's obviously not available at the moment. And it's 19 degrees C. Nah, that's got to be wrong. I don't think it's I don't think it's 19 degrees. Maybe it is. I'm going to check that actually. But anyway, just a little part 2 of the, probably think it's vlog 13. I'm working for some. Anyway, take care and I'll catch you later. Bye.